The movie starts with Jun Toyama writing something on a piece of paper and placing it under the desk before leaving for next class. Then next set of students arrived. Nozomi Kuroda, second grade high school student, sits on the same place where Jun sat and finds the letter. She took the letter and went to the broadcast room. As she is the member of the broadcast council, she hosts to play songs during lunchtime. While the song plays, she read the letter that says, "I like you. Toyama." Nozomi couldn't believe her eyes and felt confused on why the most popular boy of their school would like her and express interest in her like this. Nozomi felt smitten and embarrassed as Jun walked towards her in the hallway. Not knowing what to do, she ran towards her friend, Irino, and rushed off along with her. While walking with Irino, Kuroda asked about her opinion on Jun. Irino, however, sees Jun as mean and unappealing guy despite his popularity. At home, the hormone music plays loudly and Nozomi's running around confused as this is too good to be true, wondering if this could be a prank. Ultimately, she decides to leave a response rejecting Jun's advances and leaves it in a school shoe closet. To her surprise, she finds another letter from Jun under her desk, proposing that this is why they should get to know another and to go out with him. Nozomi felt shocked and stunned on this reply. Thus, began their secret exchange journey. Irino offered to help with grabbing her books from her table, so Nozomi left the class. Jun walked in and mistook Irino as the recipient of his letter. Nozomi requested Jun to place the letter in Broadcast Club request box, so Jun puts the letter into the box, which explains how curious he was about her and wants to start off as friends first as he can't give up yet. Nozomi felt glad and agrees to start off as friends, but this has to be a secret letter exchange in their getting to know each other phase. Next day, Nozomi got startled seeing Jun near the broadcasting room. Jun greeted her and left. Nozomi curiously opened the request box and found a diary instead of a letter in which Jun mentioned that he looks forward to communicate through this diary and get to know each other. By the time this diary ran out of pages, he will again confess to her. Nozomi's heart fluttered but saw Irino's name mentioned, realizing Jun had mistaken Irino for her. To clear the confusion, Nozomi wrote in the diary, clarifying her identity and returning it to Jun. When Nozomi sneaks to shoe closet to keep the diary, she saw Jun and fell on the ground. Jun helped her and asked if Irino mentioned anything about the diary to her. Hating to see his disappointed face, Nozomi replied that he might get his reply soon. Jun felt relieved and left. Later, Nozomi decided to continue writing the diary as Irino, discussing their likes and dislikes. They bonded over their shared love for the hormone band's music, which others found odd and weird. Later, Nozomi bumped into her ex-boyfriend who dumped her as she's always hesitant of expressing herself and remained silent. He said that he would like to discuss more on what happened between them and left. At lunch, Nozomi hosted their favorite song. Jun did not expect that. Nozomi and her friends went to the pub where Jun and his friends were already there. When Jun's friend inquired Nozomi if she hosted the lunch broadcast song and that it was horrible. Jun asked if Nozomi's friend wanted her to play the song. Nozomi also complied with his expected answer, not to disappoint him. Jun stated that he loved these type of music. After some time, Jun confronted how she can easily dodge when others make fun of the music that her friend likes. Jun was so pissed that she did not defend and just laughed along with them. Nozomi couldn't respond to any of his harsh words and left. Nozomi decided to leave the pub and so was Jun. Unable to walk beside Jun, Nozomi walked at a distance. Jun felt bad and sorry for being harsh on her and prefers to speak his mind out. As they talk, Kuroda learns that Jun has a little sister who is in 3rd grade and their mom died. So it's just their sick grandmother, his father, him and his sister. Jun explained that he couldn't continue playing soccer due to family responsibilities. Kuroda reassured him that while it may not be possible now, there's hope for the future. Jun watched her leave and felt a bit taken with some thought. At school, Jun and Yanida checked out the trophy and discussed about ball game jinx, where the confessing the love after winning and once they stroked the cup, they become a couple. Along with soccer ball competition, worth 1,000 yen winning prize, Jun also sees the on-air notice from the broadcast club on notice board. While Nozomi and Yuko walking, Yuko confessed that she hates to see Yanita's interest on Irino and she likes Yanito since junior high. Yuko wanted Nozomi's to root for her, to which Nozomi agrees. After the lunch, Nozomi's classmates poured out their hatred to the songs she plays. They mock her, stating depressing people prefer those songs, to which Irino lashed out that she liked those songs too and supported Nozomi. Next day, Yanita invited Yuko to come to the amusement park with his dad's coupons for weekend. Yuko agreed, but Yanito also wants Irino to join them, as Jun also is tagging along. Disturbed with thought of Irino and Yanito being together and ignoring her, Yuko also invites Nozomi to join them. Nozomi gets dressed up for her almost first date with Jun and came to the park. Jun compliments Nozomi. By that time, Irino also arrives. She greets Jun as it's their first time talking. They all enjoy their time there. Jun won a toy. While Jun asked what Nozomi needs from the vending machine, Nozomi couldn't specify her preference. This pissed off Jun, so he bought a sweet bean soup for her and handed it over. She did not say anything and drank that too. Jun intrigued with her ability to accept and enjoy anything she has. Jun gave her the toy and left. Nozomi admired Jun, who happily enjoyed the merry-go-round with Irino and felt a bit jealous. After returning home, Nozomi teared up knowing the fact that she loves him dearly but still cannot confess the truth due to the fear of losing him. At school, Yano came to the broadcast room to see Nozomi. He insisted that she should prefer the job at announce school and left. Later Jun asked Nozomi to help with the English subject cause she scored full marks but Jun failed. Jun shared his line ID with her and left. Nozomi waited for Jun at library where Jun invited if she could tutor him at his house. Nozomi's heart fluttered and excited. Jun explained that his dad will be working late night and he does not prefer leaving his granny and sister alone. While leaving, they saw Yano. He greeted Nozomi and handed the pamphlet of the announced school to her. Jun glared at their convo and questioned if he's the ex-boyfriend. Once they reached Jun's home, his little sister got excited as her brother brought a girl to their home for the first time and welcomed them, then rushed to inform Granny. Jun didn't deny much and asked Nozomi not to press on little things too much. Later, his sister offered tea and dumplings to them while they study. Jun accompanied Nozomi to her way back home. While walking, Jun rushed her towards the playground. Jun asked to practice basketball and see, Nozomi hesitated. Jun said that he saw her juggling while playing at school. He wanted help her dunk at least one ball. Overwhelmed with Jun's closeness, Nozomi grew nervous, shivered and almost melted down. Jun observed it. He shared his struggles after his mother's death and how Nozomi's words revived his love for soccer. Nozomi's feelings for Jun deepened, but guilt of not revealing herself to Jun hurt her more. She couldn't continue writing diary anymore. Jun also wondered why didn't he get to see her writings. At school, Jun and Yanita came to Nozomi's class and borrowed Irino's history book. Seeing them together hurts Nozomi more. With distress, Nozomi rushed towards broadcast room only to see Yano waiting for her. Jun also followed Nozomi but stood farther once he saw Yano talking with her. Yano asked Nozomi if he can have a second chance and wanted her back. Hearing this, Jun left. At class, Irino informed that she might be interested in a boy from another school who asked her out. Yuko felt relieved and rooted for her. But Nozomi stated that there could be someone who is even more concerned about Irino, thinking of Jun's love for her as she does not want to see Jun hurt. Yuko mistook that Nozomi is talking about Yanita and fought with Nozomi, who promised to root for her love. She also got mad at Irino, who came in support for Nozomi. Nozomi felt worried about their friendship and sat in class after school. Jun walked in as she's not there at library for tutoring him. Nozomi apologized. Jun took her to the building rooftop and suggested to yell facing the mountain as she's worried and bothered about something. They both yelled and felt better. Jun patted her head, he felt relieved to see her smile. At classroom, Jun asked if Nozomi still likes Yano and if she prefers going out with him. Nozomi explained how Yano broke up with her. Hearing this, Jun asked her to let out what she feels on her next relationship. Nozomi blurted out that she wishes things to work out well for Jun and Arino and smiled, hiding her pain. Suddenly Jun kissed her. Nozomi pushed Jun away and said that she won't let Arino know about this. Jun apologized and left. Next day, at school, Kudo came to the broadcast room and requested Nozomi to play the song about apologizing. Both Kudo and Nozomi apologized to each other. Arino also rushes to the room and they all reconciled. Suddenly they hear a knock on the door and Arino went out to see no one. She opened the request box and found a diary. Arino read the diary and learns that Nozomi used her name and conversed with Jun. Nozomi got embarrassed and anxious, she apologized and fled to the rooftop crying. School ball game tournament commenced with girls playing their basketball. Jun had his eyes on Nozomi, hoping she should score at least one goal. After few tries, Nozomi scored the goal just as she practiced with Jun. He smiled and felt proud. Later, he went to that desk in class and read the writing which motivated him in the beginning and started playing soccer game. They eventually failed though. Then, Kudo consoled worried Yanida and confessed to him. On their way back home, Nozomi apologized to Arino for hiding the truth. Arino forgave her and returned her diary. At lunch, Nozomi went to the broadcast room and played the song as usual. Meanwhile, Jun read the letter that Nozomi wrote, where she confessed the truth and apologized sincerely. She mentioned that she did not want Jun to hate her, so she couldn't let him know that it's Nozomi who is writing letters to Jun. After reading that, Jun rushes to the broadcasting room. Jun had a different story, he didn't expect such answer from Nozomi. So Jun confronted Nozomi and let her know his side of the story. Jun expressed that he was interested in the girl who actually wrote not to give up on that desk. He initially mistook Arino for that girl, but when Nozomi shared her opinion, not giving up on their way back home from the pub started to cook his suspicion. Then, he also found the on-air letter which had Nozomi's handwriting on notice board. He reconfirmed that after checking Arino's history book which he borrowed. He got pissed that Nozomi prefers to elude just like after bombarding the truth, which is not fair for both. Then, he also felt sorry that he continued writing to her after knowing the truth, eventually turning on the on-air switch. Whole school heard his confession to Nozomi that he likes her and felt happy. They realized about the on-air switch and turned it off. Jun explained that this started as one message his desk and gradually found out that it was Nozomi who wrote it, not Arino. He had his eyes only for Nozomi all these times. Nozomi, still in disbelief about the situation, gathered her courage and boldly confessed her love to Jun. Proud Jun hugged and kissed her. The movie ends with Haruna and Takumi walking hand in hand talking about Nozomi's speech for Yanida and Yuko's wedding. Their one secret diary is now filled with shared memories, dreams, and the promise of a future together.